Hello, Aquarius. I'm Carla Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. Aquarius, this is your new moon reading. We've got a new moon on the 24th of March, 2020. New moons are all about starting things off, planting seeds for the future. We're in uncertain times, you've probably noticed at the moment, but that's a really good time to start things off and to make changes. You know, when everything is crumbled, when there's lots of restriction in place, it is the perfect time to especially making decisions. So let's see what's going on for you. Oh, and Aquarius, the weekend before the new moon, so the new moon is on the 24th, so I think the weekend is the 21st and 22nd of March. My new moon readings, my personal new moon readings, my private new moon readings are half price that weekend before. And so if you're watching this, then you can get a half price new moon reading. I'll put a link for it up there. If you're watching this at the time of the new moon, then check out on BeHealing.com what the half price reading will be next weekend or the weekend that's coming up. Right, Aquarius. So Aquarius, this new moon for you, grace and service. So this is saying, Aquarius, the grace card, it's all about the flow of good things into your life. Great, living in a state of grace is when, you know, synchronicities, magic happens, all of that. I experienced this a few days ago. I needed to get back to this island because I was getting a new visa from Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. And I could feel it at the time that when I booked my flight back, that it was probably the last possible day for me traveling back, and sure enough it was. Everything closed down that day, but my flight was still on. I managed to get back, and then the next day all the borders are closed. So I felt so lucky. I still feel so lucky to have made it back. And in that same way, and I feel like the universe is looking after me because of this. And in the same way, Aquarius, you've got this state of grace at the moment. So if you're focused on everything that isn't working, stop that, because you are actually in a state of grace. Some things are really working out for you. And so notice that and be grateful for it. And also, you've got this service with it too. So there is a way that you can help. It could be similar to mine, like my business is really busy at the moment. It could be that what you do or some kind of skill that you have, you could use that to be of service to people now. So people's priorities have changed, you know. In easy times, we can get really delusioned and start thinking that really frivolous and stupid stuff is important when it's not. And then when the shit hits the fan, when something like this happens, we learn what's really important to us and what isn't, right? And so we suddenly wake up, we suddenly get this chance to wake up and reevaluate everything. And as a result, the whole world is doing this. Or maybe some people are, maybe some people aren't conscious of that at all, and so are just in emotional reaction to it. But a lot of people are conscious of that and are kind of waking up. And maybe a service that you provide, something you do, is actually more valued by people now. And so it could be this new moon is about planting those seeds, maybe something you tried to do before, but people weren't valuing. Maybe it was like a business that you were trying to do, maybe your healing work or something like that, and people weren't valuing it before. Maybe they are now. Maybe they are now. Maybe this is the grace is that you can open up into that now. So that's just for some of you Aquarius that kind of healing work service thing will apply. Interesting. So this new moon, you've got I am good enough and romance. And of course, if you're single Aquarius, there's probably not a lot of romance going on with this social isolation that we've got at the moment. But it's a good time to take a step back from that seeking externally, and to get clear on what it is that we want out of a romance. You know, it's like a break in between relationships, allows us that time to think about things and process things and decide what we really want, right? And so a break in all kinds of dating does the same thing as well. And so you are good enough to have the romance that you want, and maybe your priorities are changing now. As I said, a lot of people will have realized that a lot of things that they wanted were very superficial and not really important after all. And maybe you're realizing that as well, Aquarius, and what you're looking for is very different in romance with everything that's going on. And so, yeah, this new moon is a good time to get clarity on that, to start asking the universe for what you really want, for what's really important to you. And so this time, this new moon could be really bringing you back to your core, to your soul, to your spirit, to what's really important to you, kind of waking you up to your spirit again, Aquarius, which is great news. Also, for those of you who, Aquarius, sorry, almost missed you out there, in a relationship at the moment, it could be that you are on lockdown with your partner or with a boyfriend or a girlfriend, wife, husband, that kind of thing. And it can be quite difficult, hey, when we're in lockdown, when we're having to share, maybe it's a small space that you're in, you're having to share that space with them, and things can get tense. And so it might be worth focusing on this, on the romance aspect of it. And there's still nice things you can do for each other. You don't need to take your stress out on each other. So yeah, get focused on that, how you can bring the romance into it. Because don't forget to do nice things. Yeah, don't forget to do nice things for yourself. Don't forget to look after yourself. We can change our patterns. I had to change my pattern. Well, I've had to change two patterns today. So first of all, I woke up this morning and I did a workout outside by the closed down pool. Um, and so that was different because I can't go to the gym anymore. And then with the pool being closed, I'm having to make my videos somewhere else. So I've come down to the beach. So we can switch things up, and we can carry on looking after ourselves at the same time. Aquarius, be vulnerable, move away, right? And so this is a vulnerable time for everybody. Things are changing. We're having to be flexible. We're having to change our ways, be flexible, just go with whatever's happening at the moment, kind of accept it and work with it for what's best for us. And even though you're feeling vulnerable, um, this is a great time for you to decide the changes that you want. So when the world gets back to normal, we don't want to go backwards, right? You don't want to go backwards, Aquarius. You don't want to go back to the way things were. You want to improve on that. You want to move forward. And so there might be some things that you're letting go of, things that have been taken from you that you don't actually want to add back into your life. There may be systems in place that none of us want anymore. We've got the opportunity to change things now, and it starts at an individual level. And so you get to decide this new moon in your vulnerability what is really important to you, what isn't really important to you, what you want to bring back into your life, what you don't, what's superfluous, or what actually isn't good for you at all. And so use this vulnerable time to get really clear on yourself and what it is that you really want. What else? Where is this leading for you, Aquarius? Let's have a look. I guess they want to get in the video. There's the whole beach, but now they want to get in the video. It's because it's shady. Yeah, Aquarius. So you know deep in your heart what to allow in your life and what not to allow in your life. Now, I'm hearing for some of you, this could be about friendships, about people you've been around, and you might be feeling in social isolation. You might be feeling what isn't and who isn't right for you anymore, who drains you. That's one of the great gifts of being isolated, right? We get back to our own energy, and then say if we call someone up, it's like, oh, you're really draining. You're like all in the drama or something like that. And so you get with this new moon, you're getting a deeper understanding, a deeper knowing of what to allow in your life and what not to allow in your life, and it's all based on your feelings. So what drains you, what doesn't drain you, what uplifts you, what doesn't uplift you, that kind of thing. And so you get to choose what to allow back into your life and what not to allow back into your life. Remember, coronavirus is a perfect excuse. It's a perfect excuse to shut things out or people out from your life without having to confront, kind of thing. And so use that to actually decide what you want in your life and not. So let's go back through that, Aquarius. You're in a state of grace. Some things are flowing, some things they've got synchronicities, some great things are happening. So be grateful for what is happening. Don't get focused on the negative. Maybe a way that you can be of service is opening up for you now. Maybe that wasn't open for you before. And so yeah, just be open to that. Don't forget to romance your partner. Don't stay in the negative. Romance your partner. You are good enough. Like you can do nice things. You can do nice things while all of this is going on. And especially because In new moons, we want to have the energy as we mean to go on, kind of thing. That's what I'm saying. It's a good time to make decisions. And so, yeah, in your vulnerability, decide what you want to move away from, what you want to keep in your life, what you want to move away from. As I said, we don't need to bring things back into our lives that weren't working for us anymore. It's the perfect opportunity to get rid of stuff. And you've got a deeper understanding during this time, during this new moon, of what to allow into your life and what you don't want to allow into your life anymore. And so make some clear decisions during this time and for this new moon so that you can go forward with that energy that you want to continue on in your life, Aquarius. There you go. If you like this reading, please click like and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment. How did that resonate with you? Love hearing from you guys. Have an amazing new moon. If you'd like a half price new moon reading, don't forget, I'll give you my there should be a link around here to get one of those new moon readings half price. And I'll see you next time. Bye.